Welcome back to an episode of We Are on the Volcano Island, and it's all about Captain Vernon. So let's talk to him, see how we can help him, and we also have to somehow get back to the actual underworld area. There doesn't seem to be that much going about, is it? Like there's one more area, well two, down here. Then this underworld area, and this underworld area, and then I think... yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There don't seem to be any more underworld areas in here. I don't really go back into the previous Ascaron world. So, let's talk to the guy.
You have to find the 3 fragments of a golden medallion. This medallion has the power to lift the curse which is binding us to the undead realm. Find all 3 fragments of the medallion. We stole it about 100 years ago during a raid in the Western Oceans. There was a quarrel over who may keep it, and it blew apart. If you succeed in reassembling the medallion, my crew and I will finally be able to sail into the harbor of death, and you will be left with the biggest treasure anyone has ever set eyes on.
Nice. Let's accept it. Bang.
I am not protected against normal damage.
Looks like you're immune if you're in this cutscene. Now, this is an interesting trick. Nasty amulet of flames. This is not the kind of amulet he was talking about, is it? It's just something that you can sell. Yeah, wait a minute. It's something that you can sell, right? Let's sell something. It's a money. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bing. And that one goes out. Bling, bling. Sweetie. Now where do I need to go? Further north, and there's also a southern part of it, but for now, let's just focus on the northern part. And if a follow-up mission points us towards the south, we go to the south. So we, again, as I said in the previous episode as well, we don't go into the same areas twice. Repetition. Repetition is something that we don't want. I try to keep it to a certain minimum. Alright. Maybe I can try to use another spell here. What about this ice shard thing? How good is that? It takes too long. Alright. The only other spell that's like extremely dramatic when it comes to dealing damage would be the fireball. Extremely quickly. Dish out the damage. But it's the only spell that just goes forward, but it has no actual... no spread, just a bit iffy. What do we have here? Strange undead flame. Weird. Now wait a minute. Can I interact with this grave? Yes, I can. So let's do that. Let's get off that horse here real quick. For some reason I wasn't able to get off the horse before, but yeah, let's just open that thing. I'm not afraid to die, sure. And as usual, the grave is empty. And all of the others are probably also pretty much empty anyway. Like if it's special, it's usually just one grave, or it's very obvious what grave you have to interact with. It's not just some random stuff. Oh, there's also a cave down there too. Okay, how do I get into that Captain Vernon area? That's weird. Okay, yeah, that is really weird. How do I get there? This guy... ah! Huh. Everything in here is really hidden. Can't enter it on a horse though. Bit iffy. So, of course, it's an underground area. Ooh. Let's just get some ghost meta action here. A bit more speed. By the way, what about that difference? You can kind of feel the difference. Oh, wait a minute, yes. Mentor potions. I should always activate a mentor potion. I have a bit too many in my inventory, and they take away precious space. So I can be a bit more wasteful with them. That must be him, is it? Shoot Nagurith, the First Guardian. And he's still not dead yet. There we go. Now, Heavenly Belt of Awe. Do I have to interact with those graves? No. Does it go on? Captain Vernon. Why does it point me towards something? Fragment of the medallion. There, that was it. Sounds like Pirates of the Caribbean to me, but when did this movie actually came out and when did Sacred come out? Which one came first? Because for some reason it sounds like the same story to me. Do 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 do. Da 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 dee. Da 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 dee. Oh, just like that, they respawn. Interesting. That's the thing about the underworld. You cannot really get rid of your enemies because they come back yet again and again and again. And there's another cave. Look at that. This is the other cave. Nice. Damn it. Come on, let's go down there. Wait, what? There we go. No. Don't fight them like that. Fight them more like this. Oh, this looks so beautiful with this waterfalls down here on the side. Really neat. Ah, that must be the other medallion holder. Oh yes, physical and fire. How much damage am I doing against it? I don't even know. The damage numbers are always the same, so one interesting information for every game developer: make the damage correlate, or make the numbers of the damage correlate to the attack that you're doing in some way. Doesn't necessarily need to be in terms of color, but color is a good way of indicating that. For elemental stuff, everything that's elemental would be good, but then you also have to distinguish between enemy damage and your own damage, if you actually care that much about it. Like, do you care about your own damage in terms of damage output, or do you care about your enemy damage? What's more important? I would say most important is your own damage. Enemy damage is nice for staying alive, right? But you have your health bar in order to indicate how much damage you actually took. So you don't need to know your enemy numbers. It's just, yeah. It's unnecessary, really. If you get hit hard, you get hit hard. And your health bar can indicate that. Yeah, there can be two sources of damage. Well, where the damage is popping up from. So the enemy numbers, or like your own damage numbers, pop up on top of the enemies, right? So you know exactly where the damage happens. And enemies doing damage to you mean that the damage happens on top of your head. And it's, well, it's usually red, right? This is what we see here. Damn it. And then we'll back up again. See that? 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. But what would happen if you use, let's say, blood magic? Or any other form of, like, extreme-ish red-related damage? Maybe you're in berserker mode and then all of your damages change a little bit. But actually... Nah, that wouldn't really make sense, would it? Changing the damage color from like normal-ish kind of color into something that you would relate with high aggression or whatever. I mean, that would be really cool, but it wouldn't really help you that much. So, now... Because anything, any bit of information that you're given in the game should be helpful in a way that it makes you play better, or it should give incentive for action. So if you're not, if you're taking too much damage of a certain kind, let's say like ice damage, for example, then ice is, let's say, blue in color. Why can't I cross the bloody bridge? That's not working. Yeah, I'm stuck. Okay. Can't get onto the other side. Sadly. So, does that work? Yes. Just does not work with the horse. Anyway, every bit of information in a game should correlate to some action of the player. Or like, it should enforce an action. It should induce it. So, if some damage is, let's say, higher, then the player would be well advised to act accordingly, meaning get higher defenses, get away from the enemy, whatever, just something. Or change the resistances of your own character so that they don't die that often. And in order to know what kind of damage happens a lot, then a damage number with a certain kind of color is definitely helpful. But this random golden number right here, and also it's the same number as the experience that happens to come up, right? It's golden damage. You could also think of this as experience bar damage. Really. Alright, got that one done. Much further. Please, let me... Yes. Okay, so this bridge works. Some bridges are somewhat broken. And we find maybe the only broken bridge in the game. Broken in a way that it does not allow horses to pass over. There we go. Yeah. And a bit more. Bam. Okay. Wee bit more. Oh yes, wait. Bonus experience, of course. And the other one. Physical and magical again. Weird. Physical and magical, right? Physical and magical. That means this thing here. I could also try to get the ice ring again. Oh no, oh no. Yes! Nah, this is... How much damage is this actually? So the ice ring is supposed to be over here. And what about... There we go.
The creatures in this region are almost immune to fire.
You just slow them down dramatically. Oh, that's cool. Now this is crowd control at its best. Whoa, nice. That was a really good choice, eh? Like I can just switch between two ice spells all the time. Maybe I can even take in media as a third option of damage, right? That was stupid. So I can switch between 3 spells here. 2 of them being of the ice variety and 1 of them being the meteor strike. There we go. And this is how you kill a physically weak enemy. So what about that fragment is down here? Alrighty. What about the items? Bailiff's Fervent Fervor. Again, $7.99. Not as good as the one that I have at the moment, obviously. All spell damage plus 4. All spell to all skills 15. That's the reason why everything is blue. Okay. Okay, those weapons aren't that great. That one is good. Mental regeneration 68. Fire magic plus 30. Whatnot to all spells plus 1. Now what's this one good for? 21 protection. This one. Meditation 16. I think we can ups. Yeah, set it a bit different. So this is 7265. 62. 65 again, but I have the wrong ability for that. That's Purgatory, and that's Lightning. So that's what should we get? 16187. 16187. Yeah. 1644 7 19 16. Yeah, this is better, and I can definitely take out that life stuff from that one. Perfect, 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 perfect. What did I say about going north first instead of second? What a good idea. Nice. Actually, what would have happened with a fragment? Would the game just bug out? Would the enemy not be there? Like, what would happen? Like, if you finish it in the opposite or in a random kind of order, right? Because this is usually what breaks systems if they are not implemented the right way. Because this mission should spawn the enemies in relation to the quest. Or actually, it would be even better to not spawn them in relation to the quest, but to have them spawn already and give you the option to finish the quest before. And then once you are at the quest giver, you have the option to instantly finish it. This is always a good thing, because then exploration would be highly rewarded. And you're not going back and forth between the places. You can just explore on your own and then finish the missions as you feel free, right? As you happen to come across them. Which is actually a really good idea. So, what does that one give me? Why is there a Seraphim statue right in the Underworld? It grants me more experience. But is this the same experience bonus? Does it overlap? How does that work? Yeah, wait a minute. I should have tested that. There are an awful lot of enemies around. I'm dealing how much now? 1717. Well, not the damage, but the experience. 1717 for one of those undead. And at one point it should definitely decrease because of the potion effect, and at another it should decrease because of the Seraphim effect not being active anymore. It's always 1717. Let's just go and kill those creatures, and at one point the bonus XP should just drop dramatically. There we go. What do we got now? 11-8. So the bonus to experience is always the same. It doesn't matter if you get it from a potion or from a statue. Either this or it stopped working beforehand as well. So now let's sell some items. This one, this one. And that one I have to go to the smith with, sadly. Oh, look at all of the potions. What do we have here? Nope. Normal damage, magic damage. Wait a minute. This one says poison damage. Poison damage in this case also means poison spell damage. It's not just that. But yeah, there's a flat amount. And then there's the... Huh. Wait a minute. This one says magic. 24 to 36. 44503. 44503. Yeah. So The flat magic damage does not change. But do we have... This one says fire spell plus 40%. So that one definitely changes. And it also changes your skill levels and whatnot. There we go. Physical spell 40%. So that... I have no physical spell. That one. Poison spell plus 50. 13. Interesting. Look at how minimal the damage changes. Like, this number is 50% already. And I don't get anything. Well, not as much at least. What are the numbers? So we got physical resistances and all of the other resistances at the top, followed by damage improvements. Or like, no. Physical resistances at the... No, wait a minute. Why is it twice there? Ah, because the way it acts is different. So the first one is physical regeneration scaling, mental regeneration scaling, like resistance and damage. And it always comes in a certain order. Yeah, first the resistance, second the damage. And then it has an order of physical regeneration scaling and mental regeneration scaling. Yeah, that is weird. Absolutely weird. But anyway, it is not the same value. It's not simple enough. It's very complicated. So what is it? Oh, magic spells plus 16. That's a lot. At least that one gets added together. What else we have? Speed 95. Regeneration spells plus 561. That's a lot. Is there anything else? No. But yeah, this is the thing. So if I get another regeneration spells bonus of 20 something, in comparison to the value that we have at the moment, it is very minimal. So the change isn't that dramatic. The fact that we have a high number is the only thing that is of concern to us. So what we need to do is figure out where that number is not high enough and increase it. But if the number is already high, then a little bit of an increase doesn't mean that it's that much better. So which number is not high enough? Like poison spell is like 163, fire spell 200, physical spell 236.
What if I were to activate some debug magic and start going about under my own steam?
But you're not... Well, the game is actually on Steam. So, anyhow, let's just give him the fragments and continue this little mission.
Normal damage.
But from... You can basically use this as an indication of what spells to use. Or what kind of weapons to use or whatever. You just look at all of that. Like you instead of trying to maximize your equipment in order to make a certain spell more viable or certain ability more viable, you do the opposite. You just get good enough items, which is completely random anyway, so you have no choice in that matter, right? So what you're given is what you get, and then you choose your spells in accordance to your to the items that you have. So it's basically like getting dealt a random assortment of cards, but you're not trying to maximize for a certain card, you're trying to maximize for the hand you're getting dealt. And this might be the better option overall, as long as you, well, don't really find any other good items, of course. The only other thing would be to just go on about, try your best, collect as many items as you can, and then use a certain set afterwards. But then, in order to get there before, or at all, then you just have to go for strategy number 1. And then, there's also this problem of items being obtained later are stronger than the ones that you obtained in your early levels, of course. So you can just discard the early ones anyway. So, so trying to collect items at the beginning is not as good as it would be in the end, because in the end you're getting dealt the good stuff, which you can actually use. And at the beginning you just, get some random stuff. This is really weird. This is just really weird. Alright, So, let's talk to the guy and this time actually finish it.
The curse has been lifted. We are saved. Finally, we can set sail into the harbor of death.
One dude is safe. Find the entrance to the volcano grotto. Sure. Is there a chest around though? I don't see anything. And yeah, this is supposed to be a pirate camp, but there are no pirate trader. Well, one trader. But then that's basically it. So where do we go? North into the volcano, obviously. So then, let's no, we can't sell anything. Ooh, that's actually part of a set, or at least it looks like it. Volcano, volcano, volcano. Actually, the interesting thing about a volcano is that, or volcanic, is that it's written differently. Sometimes with an A, sometimes with an O. And the reason is that a volcano with an O is a real volcanic thing. And then there's a volcano with a U. And this is the thing where the name actually originated from. There's a, was it an island called Volcano? I think so. Vulcan. This is where a volcano was. It's really strange. Now you know why volcanoes are called volcanoes, because the first people actually naming these things, or at least the ones that we remember at the moment, try to describe a mountain on an island, and the island was called Vulcan. Or Volcano. It's just so weird. Alright. You got to be kidding me. Thank goodness I saved beforehand. Alright. Let's just get Ghost Meadow and some stone skin in. There we go. Alright, time for you to die. Enemies. What's their weakness? Physical and fire, of course. Let's just, wait a minute. Physical and fire, isn't it? And physical and magic. So this is the reason why I couldn't kill them. They are resistant to most of the stuff. Okay. So it's just a random assortment of weakness right now. So some of them are... Yeah, Physical and fire? Physical and... It's just completely random. That's so annoying. So what I need is a the fire and this thingy spell, and then I need the other one with the ice shards in order to offload it. So I have fire and poison, and I have physical and magic. And depending on the enemy, I'm just going to switcheroo between the skills, and one of them is definitely going to kill him. And if it's not the first one, then it's the second one, and so on and so forth, until they're dead. So this one does almost get no damage, but this time for some reason it did. But it doesn't take enough damage, which is a bit weird. Definitely not cool. I hate these situations so much. Okay. So, let's sort that and that. At least they're slowed down, thank goodness. I hate physically weak enemies, or like enemies with 2 resistances at the same time. That's not cool. Looks like I have to go for ice, because none of them seem to be resistant against physical and magic at the same time. It's usually physical and magic. What do I find next? Enemy weak to physical and magic. You gotta be kidding me. I have always a mixed kind of weakness. So that means I have to play with a mixed kind of setup, but there's no way for you to play mixed in this game. Because you are just not responsive enough. What about that? Whoa, that one died? Just like that? Weird. Oh, because this one has a shotgun ability, isn't it? Bam. So if I use it somewhere in front of the enemies, right, then I can just burst them. And then it goes through one enemy into the next one. So that means if I stand right next to them, then I can deal the most damage all the way through. Okay, it can be deflected by walls and stuff like that. That's not really helpful. Look at that. Taking one shot of them and I lose basically half of my health. That is not good. I hate those enemies so much. There we go. Got ourselves a nice level up. Let's do that. Mental regeneration, obviously. And, sadly, mental regeneration is the only attribute that boosts spell damage overall. All of this, with like physical and fire damage, says of weapons at the end and special moves. That means all of this does not apply to spells. We are using spells though. We are screwed. Oh, we are basically lucky because we have one attribute that does it all. But is it really that useful? Alright, almost there. How much experience does this one enemy actually get me? Wait a minute. I can't attack him because the skill is always on cooldown. Oh, look at this. It just shreds through. Maybe I should go with the fire one. Come on. Bam. Yeah, maybe I should go with the other one. What about the level up? 7,337 million. Yeah. It's really difficult to know like what. Ooh, nice, but no. So I'm gonna go for the meteor storm next. I presume we're going for this meteor storm, and this one will be just the lightning strike because with all of the iffy stuff with the lightning, it's still a very, very, very useful skill. Okay, let's get ourselves some defenses just in case. It's just... That's not working. Why is it not working? Ooh. Oh no. They are weak to fire and physical. What happens? Nothing. I missed them. That's the problem with this spell. It takes too long to cast because I'm not scared the right way. Definitely not cool. And I can miss it, which is not good. Because it only goes from top to bottom and it intersects a plane at a point, let's say, right? Multiple points, but let's just call it one point. But if the enemy moves, then of course I miss, no damage done and wasted effort. So that's not good. It's only good against large enough enemies, dragons mostly. So what I have to do is spread out the damage yet again. So it would be good advice to do like, yeah, what would be better? Ice ring or icicles? Because the ice ring is always there and it will always be used in my location. That means where the enemy usually is. The only problem is I only do like 8,000 damage like once every so often. And see how it ticks down like a little bit, another little bit, and so on and so forth and so on. It's not as much, and I definitely need another... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can combine that. Yeah, maybe I can combine that. Like, there we go. Slow them down with this skill, followed up by the other one. If the enemies don't want to play by my rules, then I have to force it on them. Bam! Nice, nice, nice. But now I did like tons of damage. What would be the better option though? What about that one? Boom. That's the thing, like you can hit them multiple times, right?
Damage.
Similar to the multiple hits from the meteors. And then it just goes on and on and on and on and on, hitting more enemies. So if I miss once, there's no problem. Because I can hit them anyway at the end. So... Meteor Strike is a nice thing, but the problem is there are just not enough meteors. It's limited to 12 of them at all times. And both of these spells actually slow down the enemy. So, I think... Are they slowed down? No. That's weird. I actually thought that this slows them down. Wait. Ring of Ice slows down opponents. Flings small icicles at opponents and harms them. That's like size 17. Sure. This one has size 12. Great. The other way would be the gust of wind, but a larger size though. So there's always this annoying size difference in there. Okay. So let's just save. So. Last enemy. Physical and magic. This is the perfect weakness when it comes to ice. Nice. And ice. And go. Boom. And another one. I can use 2 icicles followed by a ring of ice. Followed by another 2 icicles. Yet again. I just don't want to improve my defenses by that much. Like, if the enemy dies quicker, then I don't need to go for more defenses, right? It's usually the case. So where are... Oh no. We're getting further. You gotta be kidding me. No. What's their weak... Ah! So yeah, what's their weakness? Yep. Getting pierced by thousands of little needles is definitely a weakness. Okay, but it takes too long to use that. So let's go back to the standard purgatory and lightning thing. There we go. Now there are also different enemies, so there should not be that much of a problem, I think. Yeah, look at that. Easily killed. Can I... Ooh, pass through the water. How nice is that? Uh-oh. Bow and arrow is cheap, you know that. Oh, that would be an interesting feature. Dealing more damage if the enemy is on top of water. Similar to Genshin Impact's elemental reaction stuff. Oh, that is so cheap. Look at this. You can't even see that sometimes. Like dark spikes in a dark-ish background. The darker the cave, the more dangerous this ability becomes. Like it's a real shadowy ability. Oh. That would be an interesting feature too. Having a kind of shadowy, or like very dark cave. And you are attacked by shadows in a bloody dark cave. How are you supposed to do anything about it? How am I gonna open that? Oh! Okay. Now I know how. What are they doing? What is this? Fire, magics, interesting resistances. So they don't do anything, they just stand there. They'll probably get themselves killed in the process, so...
By Jove! You actually made it! The island be ours again, and the treasure grotto be mine! Gold, jewels, gems! Oh, thanks to you! All this belongs to me now! Oh, what do they be saying? Never trust a man with a peg leg! Now you know where my treasure is hidden, and that seals your fate. Come on, boys! String him up on the highest yardarm!
Really? Does it look like I'm actually interested in your treasure? I kill dragons for a living. What is this? Cheap what? Cheap grease of the eagle. Sometimes they just disappear for some reason. I am. Oh yes. Yes. Finally we can kill those creatures. Thank goodness. Woo! Oh, damage. Finally. So sweet. Oh, what did I say about killing dragons? It may not necessarily include demons. Just saying. So, how am I going to kill this thing? by sheer force of... Oh, there's a demon ball. Fiendish, shadowish god. No, this one is weak against physical and mostly magic. Yeah, about that. Physical and mostly magic. Looks like I have to play by different kind of rules against that. So let's go with the Ring of Ice. Yep, and that one. That should do it. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. So I can keep it at bay with the slow of the ability, followed by an awful lot of other thingies. And bam. So it's almost there, almost there,
I don't
almost there.
recognize your leadership qualities.
And there should be a very small number. Yeah, the 700
We'll see
is
now.
the poisonous number. Move, 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 move. Nice. And another one. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Another one. Come on, it should be dead any moment now. There we go. What the hell? Yeah. No, 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 no. What is this creature? What's it weak against? Poison, mostly. Perfect. You got to be kidding me. I hate these spike abilities. Oh, this is one of the most annoying AoEs ever. Oh shit. And of course I try to kill it with Actually, look at that. As long as I keep it inside the purgatory, I'm good. Like, it says that it has high resistances, but it doesn't necessarily say that it is immune to a certain amount of damage. So I shouldn't be afraid by that stuff. Lucky rulers thingy water. Dimension gate glyph. So I should not pick up this thing, I think. Yeah. Before I am going to pick up anything in here, I am going to clear the rest, just in case. Much better. Much, much better. Or maybe I just went down the sinkhole here. No. Come on. Yeah, it's weak against magic, obviously. So, let's save and get into this thing. It doesn't do anything. Alright. So it's just the hole where it came from. And let's pick up that. Ooh. No, 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 no. What we're gonna do is we try to snipe it from afar. Very, 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 very far away from its actual location. So the way around it is basically by moving about the enemy like that. And if it tries to attack us with the spikes, then we are not in a broad cone, but we are in the narrow cone, walking about it. Being able to kill it with ease. So, come on, have the decency to die now. Perfect. And we got another level up. How nice is that? Nice, nice, nice. And another dimensional glyph. So if we pick this up again, probably go back. Fingoniel. Anyway, let's save again and destroy the other enemies right here.
I didn't think it would be so difficult.
Well, it's not really difficult. It's sometimes just a bit unforeseen. So. Alright, got another one. And another one. Yep, Purgatory is still one of the best abilities ever. Where are we, by the way? Because this dimensional thing goes all over the place. So, what is this? Yeah, that thing goes on. Like, what? so weird. Do not go in the same direction as the enemy attacks, because that one is not gonna get you out alive all the time. Sometime, maybe. Alright, got that one at least. Oh, yes, potion of mentoring. Goodie. Okay, let's get down there. Have I... Yeah. Oh, they just respawned. You gotta be kidding, man. You just went like 10 meters one direction. All of the enemies are just popping up. Ay, 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 ay. Does it also... No, it does not include the boss mob. A boss mob, but not the boss mob. Whoa, that was close. Sit there for a little bit too long. How many anti-poison potions do I have, though? 1 to 3, a decent amount. Okay, let's pick up the rest. Bam. And, oh, okay. So maybe I have to step into that little fountain over here. Or where do I need to go? Yes, back into the fountain. Let's do that. And, usually... But, that's not good. Uh-oh. That's okay. I was able to go through the gate, but there is no trace of Velia. Instead, another demon lord is here, placed, and so on and so forth. This dimension gate has been shut down as well. I should leave this cave quickly and look forward. This is why it goes on. So you are supposed to close this dimension gate and move onwards and not go back. Interesting. So, inventory still has some room and really nice looking items. So, let's save. I want to get out of the bloody cave. Where's the exit? But it goes green now. That means I'm getting closer. Oh, wait, something defective. What? Devastating gauntlets of the gods. Another somewhat broken bridge. Can it actually happen that you cannot move on forward if there's a bridge in the way, and you don't have any movement skill at the right amount of level in order to traverse that distance? That wouldn't be cool. Let's hope that's not the case. Alright, let's move it forward. And another, and another, and another, and another. So, where's the bloody exit? I'm just going about in circles right now. Yeah. Kind of seems as if they can turn around while casting the same skill and broadening the clearing. That's a bit of a cheat move. Actually, what I can try to do is get this thing here and ghost meadow again. So, there we go. What does Ghost Meadow do, by the way? Mental regeneration plus 100 something. Yeah. Overall, it might not have that much of an effect, right? Mental regeneration, 176 bonus. You do need a high flood amount in order for this to be really potent. Then you have to recast the same skill over and over and over again to keep the strength. Because it's still not done yet. There we go. And we got the exit. What happened? There are Sylvan spirits. Of course. Where am I? Ah, righty. I have to go all the way down here towards the druids. Oh, thank goodness there's also a vendor around. Yes. Do I... And the dryads guy. I seem to have a few problems against these particular kind of enemy, but alright. Let's see. Damage Giant Shield. Now, we don't use shielding. Not in that manner. Oh, Lucky Ruler's Grip. I saw a few of them before, and now they have increased in level. That's perfect. So that one goes. That one goes. Dark Side of Fiak. Nope. 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 That one goes too. Again, don't have that much use for the... That's a speed shield. Wait a minute. I can use it, can't I? That's a very good idea. To all skills, physical regeneration, bonus speed. Perfect. That one goes down here, and it should increase my speed. So, speed is at 220. Now, it's still at 220. For some reason, this maxes it out again. But this one is definitely not as good anymore. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Look at the difference in resistance. It's like 440, 430. Because I still have stone skin on, I believe. So what about that one? I have to re-smith this, same as that one. And this goes away as well. Good. All of the other potions are there in abundance, but I don't think I need that many teleportation ones. 3 of them as usual. Antidotes, definitely. Mental potions, yes. Health potions, yes. Undead, yeah. As much as the Viper, maybe. Because I don't fight that many undead. Actually, I only need undead potions if I fight undead. And if I don't fight undead, or if I haven't seen them for a very long time, then I don't need them in my inventory, taking away space. But there's just 1 or 2 slots taken away anyway, so... Again, it's not that big of an issue. Where was I? Trying to buy better items. And amulets, for the matter. Magic resistance goes up with that. Perfect. It's always +4, come on, Glyph of Life. At the beginning it was pretty decent, but the higher you go, the less decent it becomes. So, right now... So much bloody damage. Okay. I think I can increase the Purgatory and Lightning Strike here. Definitely can do that. Yeah, that one is a bit too high. Same goes for that one. I want to keep the Ring of Ice and this spell here at 2 point something regeneration time. But that means I have to increase the standard values here as well. Like this one, for example, and meditation most of the time. So, but if I would improve air magic, then I could deal much more. And then I could also use Gust of Wind, which I don't use at the moment. But Gust of Wind is extremely loud. Yeah, let's just keep the points for now. Focus mostly on fire magic. So, yeah, Purgatory. Purgatory. Yeah. Maybe something like that. Nah, no. Let's go for Purgatory. Let's see. Until this one reaches 2 seconds again. Is still a few more to go. 2 seconds. There we go. Maybe I should go with 2.1. Yeah, let's stay with 2 seconds. Then I can get the remaining 10 levels of that. Then I can go with Lightning Strike. There we go. Where is it? Over here. And a few more. Same thing, probably. Yeah. Lightning Strike is 106. This one is at 120. Yeah, that's the reason. This one has 20 more levels. That's why it has that much regeneration time. But still... kind of sad that I can't really use physical spells. Damn it. I wasn't really looking into how a good build works with the modded game of this. Of Sacred. So you need a large variety of spells. Same goes for items down here. Like you need an item that increases a certain amount, or maybe a combination of damage types. So if you are a physical-ish character user, auto attack user, or maybe special moves kind of user, then you choose the weapon in accordance. So you have like physical weapon, then a fire weapon, and so on and so forth. So that would be your choice. But the problem with this is, well, you can boost your weapon damage by a little bit. Yeah, actually, if you improve the weapon damage, like fire, no, not like fire. If you improve the weapon damage, for example, sword lore, then you would deal more damage with swords. So all of your items would be swords. But then you have a fire sword, a physical sword, a magical sword, and a poison sword, and so on and so forth. If there are even like... Are there actually poison swords? I have to look into that. Wait a minute. Yeah, so magical staves are magical, usually. Then you have this, a combination sometimes, too. So this one is physical and fire at the same time. You can also use two-handed, right? That would be even better. So you have all 4 versions of damage, and no matter what you do, you always have the right tool for the job, and you don't need to switch items, which is a nice idea. But then you probably have to do something against the damage that the enemy does, but you don't know what the enemy does, which is weird. So yeah, this is physical again. Physical. I'm looking for something poisonous. Yeah, this one again, fire. I am looking for something poisonous. It's usually fire, like magical for the magic weapons, magical staves and whatnot. And then poison, usually when it comes to daggers and stuff like that, I think. But somehow this guy doesn't have any daggers on him. Anyway, before we move on and through the forests and towards the druids, we're going to end this little episode and continue, of course, with that large jungle, or jungle top area, really, in the next one. Until then, like and subscribe. Ta-ta!